Chevrolet has built some legendary engines, but not every Chevy power plant is worth celebrating. What if the engine under your hood was a ticking time bomb? Some Chevy engines are so unreliable they've left owners stranded, mechanics shaking their heads and wallets painfully empty. In this video, we're counting down 10 Chevy engines you'll hope you never own, from catastrophic oil burners to timing chain nightmares. If you're shopping for a used Chevy, you need to know which engines to avoid before you end up with a costly repair bill. Stick around until the end to see if your Chevy made the list. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more essential car insights, because knowing what to avoid can save you thousands. Number 10. Chevrolet 262 V8 4.3-liter V8. The Chevrolet 262 cubic inch V8, often called a 4.3-liter, though not to be confused with the later V6, was a forgettable misstep. Introduced during the 1970s fuel crisis, it produced 110 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. Installed in cars like the Monza, Nova, and Vega, it failed to deliver the power expected from a V8. The engine's lack of performance was further highlighted by the release of the more capable 305 V8 the same year. The 262 was short-lived, lasting just 1 year before being discontinued. Its weak power output and lack of durability left little impact on Chevrolet's legacy. While some V8s became icons, this one was quickly forgotten. Number 9. Chevrolet 305 V8 5.0-liter V8. The Chevrolet 305 V8 was an economy-minded engine that never lived up to expectations. Designed during the fuel crisis, it was supposed to provide a balance of power and efficiency. However, early versions made as little as 120 to 145 horsepower, and even later models struggled to break 180 horsepower. It suffered from chronic camshaft failures due to cost-cutting measures, leading to excessive wear and breakdowns. Despite its flaws, GM installed the 305 in countless vehicles, from sedans to trucks, for decades. Meanwhile, the larger 350 V8, which shared the same architecture, proved to be more powerful and reliable. The 305 was an engine that aimed to be practical but ended up being mediocre, leaving many owners frustrated with its lackluster performance. Number 8. Iron Duke Inline 4 2.5 liters. The Iron Duke, or Tech 4, was GM's attempt at fuel efficiency, but it came at the cost of power and refinement. With 85 to 110 horsepower, this 2.5-liter, 151 cubic inch four-cylinder made cars like the Chevrolet Citation and Pontiac Fiero feel sluggish. It borrowed design elements from Brazilian engines, featuring a long stroke and undersquare design to reduce vibration. However, despite these efforts, the Iron Duke was loud, rough, and unpleasant to drive. GM installed it in everything from Jeeps to compact sedans, yet it never delivered satisfying performance. While it was relatively durable, its lack of power made it infamous. Drivers who expected excitement were left with an engine that sounded and performed more like an overworked kitchen appliance. Number 7. Chevrolet 2.3-liter Vega Inline 4. The Chevrolet Vega 2.3-liter Inline 4 was a disaster waiting to happen. Featuring an aluminum block with no cylinder liners, it was prone to rapid wear and overheating. Even the high-performance version only managed 110 horsepower. The engine had severe reliability issues, particularly with oil starvation and warped cylinders. Heat management was a nightmare due to its poor cooling system, leading to catastrophic failures. GM tried to mitigate noise with heavy rubber engine mounts, but vibration issues persisted. Owners found themselves dealing with an engine that gave up unexpectedly, leaving them stranded. The Vega 2.3-liter proved that sometimes a simple and reliable design is better than an over-engineered disappointment. Number 6. Oldsmobile 5.7-liter diesel V8. The 5.7-liter diesel V8 is one of GM's biggest failures. Instead of designing a proper diesel, GM modified its gasoline 350 V8, leading to a weak and failure-prone engine. It produced just 120 horsepower and 220 pound-feet of torque, abysmal for a diesel. The engine's internals weren't reinforced enough, causing head gasket failures, cracked blocks, and total breakdowns before 30,000 miles. Fuel economy gains were minimal, making the trade-offs in power and reliability pointless. Owners faced constant mechanical issues often before their vehicle was even paid off. The 5.7-liter diesel remains infamous as one of GM's worst ideas, proving that poorly executed cost-cutting measures can destroy an engine's reputation. Getting values from the video? Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more informative content like this. Number 5. Chevrolet Cosworth Vega 2.0 liter. The Cosworth Vega 2.0 liter was supposed to be revolutionary but became an engineering disappointment. Featuring an aluminum block, dual overhead cams, and electronic fuel injection, it was ahead of its time in the 1970s. However, reliability issues plagued the Bendix fuel injection system, and mechanics struggled to diagnose its frequent problems. GM planned to produce 5,000 units, but barely made 3,508 before abandoning it. Despite its lightweight construction and 110 horsepower output, it required premium fuel and constant maintenance. Many frustrated owners swapped it for more reliable engines. While the concept was ambitious, the execution fell short, making the Cosworth Vega one of Chevrolet's most infamous failed experiments. Number 4. Chevrolet LG4 5.0-liter V8. The LG4 5.0-liter V8 was GM's attempt to salvage the underwhelming 305. It received upgrades like a 4-barrel carburetor, and later computer command control for fuel metering. Mid-80s improvements included a higher compression ratio, aluminum intake manifold, and redesigned cylinder heads. While these changes improved reliability, the LG4 remained an uninspiring engine. Early models suffered from weak valve train components and oiling issues. While later versions became more dependable, they were quickly overshadowed by newer, fuel-injected small-block V8s. The LG4 was essentially a temporary fix rather than a long-term solution, proving that GM was still struggling to produce a small-block V8 that could balance power, efficiency, and durability. Number 3. Chevrolet L87 6.2-liter V8. The L87 6.2-liter V8 had impressive specs, 420 horsepower, 460 lb-ft of torque, but serious reliability concerns. Carbon buildup from its direct injection system led to reduced airflow and power loss over time. The Active Fuel Management AFM system, designed for efficiency, caused excessive pushrod wear, leading to misfires and costly repairs. Clogged injectors and faulty intake manifold gaskets created additional performance issues. A class action lawsuit highlighted its problems, showing that while Chevy aimed to compete with Ford's Raptor, the L87's reliability flaws prevented it from truly challenging its rival. Despite its power, owners found themselves dealing with costly repairs and frustrating performance setbacks. Number 2. Chevrolet 4.3-liter V6. Vortec. The 4.3-liter V6 started as a modified small-block V8 with 2 cylinders removed. It shared many components with the 350 V8, which made it somewhat reliable but outdated. Early models suffered from oil leaks, weak intake gaskets, and ignition system failures. GM introduced updates like hydraulic roller lifters and balance shafts, but even with these improvements, the engine remained rough and inefficient. Found in everything from trucks to sedans, it never excelled in any category. While durable in later years, it was never refined enough to be a truly great engine. The 4.3-liter V6 Vortec ended up being a workhorse that simply overstayed its welcome. Number 1. Chevrolet 2.4-liter Ecotec. The 2.4-liter Ecotec, used in vehicles from 2006 to 2010, started with promise but turned into a nightmare for owners. Despite having variable valve timing and a decent 164 to 177 horsepower output, reliability issues plagued this engine. The most notorious problem was premature timing chain and tensioner wear, leading to misfires and catastrophic engine failure. Persistent clicking noises signaled deeper mechanical problems. Other issues included intake manifold leaks, excessive oil consumption, and rough idling. While regular oil changes helped mitigate some failures, the 2.4-liter Ecotec proved to be one of GM's least durable modern engines. It left many owners with expensive repair bills, making it a prime example of an engine to avoid. So there you have it, Chevrolet's Hall of Shame when it comes to engine reliability. Have you ever owned a vehicle with one of these troublesome engines? What was your experience like? And which other automakers' unreliable engines would you like us to cover in our next video? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more automotive content, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.